Hello, I'm so excited. My name is Kristin Gutierrez. What's up, everybody? Today I have with me a new friend. Her name is Ludie Hansen. She is a dementia care specialist, and we met in another community. And so we're going to record today's session while at the same time getting to know each other. So, hey, friend, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
It's a beautiful day here in Southern California, so I cannot complain.
Yeah,
Cool. Do you live out here too,
I'm
actually?
actually in Phoenix, Arizona, so not too far. It's just probably a little warmer than you.
All right. So tell us your story. How did you get started? What do you do? And then we'll
Yeah,
ebb and
it
flow and
yeah, it's an interesting story. I've been a speech language pathologist for over 30, well, I just hit 35 years. So that's been something I've loved doing. Primarily enjoyed working with adults. A lot of people do the children route, but that wasn't my forte. And over the course of time, 2020 hit, that sort of threw everything off. When I finally got back, I had to go work in California actually to, to get work when 2020 hit. So, but when I came back, I joined a company and at a rehab center. And long story short on that part, I got my daughter was working there, everything. She ended up getting cancer at the age of 38, 38, not even that. 28, excuse me, 29. It was 29. 29 years old. She's diagnosed with breast cancer. Essentially, I got pushed out of my job because I was helping her go through her work. I mean, it was work basically, going through the treatments and everything. And I sort of had a shutdown. I essentially became agoraphobic for 2.5 years, almost three. And when I was finally to the point where, oh my gosh, if I don't get myself working again, we're going to lose our house. So I had to get back into the workforce. So in doing that, I mean, it was very stressful. So I was trying to figure out what on earth can I do? And I jumped back into the speech therapy world, but it kept like my first two patients passed away within 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane. To preempt that, I had just lost both my parents within 16 days of each other. So like I was like, I can't keep doing this.
Mhm.
So I am still doing that a little bit in home health, but it prompted me to start looking at, what should I do? What can I do?
Mhm.
And I kind of thought back to what I was doing before 2020 when I had to kind of uproot and move. And I was out there coaching and educating and training about dementia. And it was my absolute favorite thing to do. So that's where I decided to come back to. And so now I am creating a way to help the caregivers. It's focusing on the caregivers,
Mhm.
especially those that don't have the resources or the funds to put someone in a home or get the extra support they need, paid help because it's so expensive.
Mhm.
So my goal is to be the person that can help them through their everyday life and mainly make sure they're taking care of themselves.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's kind of how it came about.
Well, okay. Give it up for Ludi. Like what a story. And I know I can relate to a lot of your story, part of your story, and
Yeah,
I know other people can. And we're gonna poke holes and talk about it more. But in the 20 minutes that we record, if you were to
yeah,
leave the audience with like one mega nugget of information, like why should they keep listening?
yeah,
Tell us quickly what that is, and then we'll start going after.
absolutely. They should keep listening, especially if they're caregivers or know somebody, because I think everybody knows somebody that's dealing with someone with dementia. If it's not themselves, they know somebody. And I am actually creating apps that they can get on their phone to give them 24/7 in the moment support.
Oh, I love that. Okay, yeah, so keep
Yeah,
listening. Actually, one of my clients also is focused on care, helping caregivers with dementia. So,
yeah,
and her and I bonded not later after I started working with her only because I'm somebody who knows somebody, right? Like
yeah,
my grandfather had really bad dementia and his body was great. His mind
yeah.
was not. And it fell mostly on my mom. And so that was a several year long battle that
Yes.
concluded a couple years ago now, but it was really hard. Just like what you
Yes.
do is like you're an angel on earth, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about, because I don't know you, like, do you have
Yeah.
certifications? Do you have like a background? Like, or is this just truly something that you've walked the walk and like now you're talking the talk? Like it, I'm just curious.
Yeah. Well, my grandmother had dementia, but
Mm.
that was back when I was in like still high school and stuff. I didn't know too much about it, but I can reference back and think, oh my gosh, that's what was going on. And my grandfather was amazing with her. I'll
Oh,
never forget. I actually own the rocking chair now, but there's a rocking chair that if he needed to go take a shower or something, he would put her in the rocking chair and put a cane. There's like holes where he could put a cane and she couldn't figure out how to get out of it. So he knew she'd be safe for the 5 minutes he took to go get, himself cleaned
sweetheart.
up. So, I mean, I can remember those things. And when my parents got sick when I was, home, I was traveling back and forth. So I became a caregiver in that situation and giving my sister relief because she lived where they were. And it wasn't long term, but boy, did I wear myself out. And I was like, I can't imagine what this is like for the long term for
Mhm.
people.
Yeah.
So dementia falls into because of the communication component under speech therapy. So, I do have training in that area and the communication, but, I just love learning about it. And I
Yeah.
was always trying to figure out how I can help people that no one wants to help.
Yeah. Oh,
That's what got me there.
yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Thank you for sharing that. I think that'll resonate a lot. See, I'm a coach that helps other coaches and other
Hmm.
consultants and humans and small business owners on the planet make more money. And a
Yeah.
lot of times we overcomplicate the fact that I don't have this type of degree or that type of certification, but we forget to acknowledge how many hours we've walked the walk
Yes.
or how many experiences we've lived through that have given us, you know, the accolades to then help. And I just learned something
Yeah.
new because I'm not, you're the dementia expert, that
Yeah.
it's under the speech pathology bracket. Now, fun fact, I was a communications major, so
Okay.
on the speech comm track also, but
Yeah.
I went on the other side. This might be no surprise. This was an accident. I majored in rhetoric.
Okay.
I don't know if your college had the rhetoric track, but basically the art of BSing. That's not
Okay.
what they called it, but then I ended up being like a very successful salesperson, and now I'm an
Yes.
author, and
Yeah.
it's just kind of funny.
So you were communications and I was communication disorders.
Okay, okay.
So, yeah. And
Was it?
that was a track to audiology or speech pathology.
Yeah, my friend Jenny, she was speech pathology, and in my,
Yep.
I think it just depends on the major, the college you're at. Ours was really small, so maybe that's why we were
Yeah.
all like together for some of it.
It's
But
very
okay,
interesting.
fascinating.
Yeah.
All right. So you have a method or a system. So tell us a little bit about that. I think it's called the revival states model. Is
Yes.
that right? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tell us about that.
So the revival states, and I'm actually building it and fine tuning it, but it's sort of my own method for the caregiver. What
Mm,
state are you in
yeah.
so that you can regulate yourself and in turn be the better support system for your loved one? So that's kind of an overview of it. Um, I'm hoping to write a book and have like
Mm,
that kind of stuff in it that sort of describes it, but it's actually built into my apps, so that's kind of nice.
that is-
And yeah, it kind of says, here's where you are, and this is what your brain is thinking, and this is for the caregiver, but this is what's actually happening with your loved one, and this is how you need to respond to it. Because you need to change, they can't, because their
Oh,
brain can't make that change.
ooh, I
Yeah.
like it. Like it gives me the chill to know that what I often coach on is the thing behind the thing. And
Yeah.
that's actually what you're doing for this expertise that you have. You're teaching people that like it's not them, it's not on them anymore. Like it's you.
Right.
And I don't know if it comes to me, if I would have had that realization. And I'm a smart person.
Yeah.
Because you all
Yeah.
of a sudden, I feel like even though dementia is slow, at least in the case of my grandfather, who probably had it for 15 years, right? So, like, I would say
Right.
progresses quickly, unexpectedly, in my
Yes.
experience. And you go from all of a sudden, like, it's okay, grandpa can't find
Hmm.
his keys or he can't remember this, to like,
Right.
grandpa needs full-time care. We don't know
Yeah,
what to do. And then it instantly becomes reactive and overwhelming and
exactly.
for the person that falls on. So you come in
Yeah.
and you teach them. When do you I mean, I'm sure like people don't know they need you until they need you, but
Right.
tell us a little bit about that. Like,
Yeah. Well, I'm trying really hard to get in the right circles
mm,
to be with people that all of a sudden, if they get that diagnosis, or a family member or someone they know gets a diagnosis, that this is probably happening, because they can't always tell right away that that's what it is until they actually cut open the brain after death. So it's more the symptoms that we're following. And there's over 150 different kinds of dementia. I don't know if anyone knows that, but there's like a ton of different kinds, and Alzheimer's is one of those. So we
mm,
hear that one all the time. But I lost my train of thought. But
oh,
ultimately, what people are doing is a lot of times they call it the long goodbye, because
mhm,
all of a sudden, they're having to care for their loved one. And I think you were asking when I come in. So my goal is to try to get in sooner rather than later, because a lot of the teaching and education that's out there is about, here's dementia, here's what you see, but it doesn't talk a lot about how a caregiver needs to change versus the loved one, because their brain's changing. Ours isn't. We're the ones that can make an adapt, but we don't know how. And that's where it gets lost. And
right.
so that's where I'm trying to jump in and get that education out there
Yeah,
sooner rather than later, and then have the support system in place to help them navigate when it does become, that I'm
yeah,
in the moment. I
yeah,
they're throwing their coffee at me. I don't know what to do,
yeah.
all different things.
No,
Yeah.
I
Or
mean,
I can't get
100%.
them to take a shower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then there's like the stage when they're still at home, and then there's the stage of, I don't know if this is right for them to move them to a care facility. And then there's the stage of, well, we think he's going to come home. That
Hmm.
goes on for 5 years.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then, oh my gosh, my grandpa, he ended up getting COVID in the middle of COVID,
Mm,
already being in a care facility
yes.
in Indiana, where it wasn't as chaotic restriction wise
Yeah.
as it was out here. Nonetheless, like, it was pretty much on a locked down facility. And we don't have to talk about how traumatic I feel like those people probably felt in that very isolated
I know.
time. So at this point, I think he lived like 2 years after this, or a year and a half after this. But
Yeah.
nonetheless, he ends up having to get in an ambulance at some point and go like out of state to like the only hospital that had capacity. And I just
Wow.
remember like not like laughing at it, but like the irony of like this poor man has no idea what's going on anymore. And now he's at a hospital. He doesn't even know where he is. Like, what a tragic
Right.
story, but I feel like he's
I
with
know.
me now in this moment. He wanted me to share. So, Ludi, it is like there's so much, and I believe with people that are blessed like you to help us and give us the education, like there's 150 types of dementia you just told us. There's probably
Yeah.
several types of caregivers like you and different types. So, um,
Yes.
what you started to say was that you're starting to get yourself in more communities to educate, and
Yes.
that's obviously good. What are you thinking with your book? Because I don't know if you heard, I have two best-selling books, and like
Ooh.
I love using a book as a business card, as a portal to get
Yes.
message out to the masses. So
Yes,
a little bit.
I have a great shell. It just explains the states I've created and everything, and
Hmm.
talks about vision changes that someone that changes over time.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you put your hands like this and you try to walk through a room, all of a sudden half
Oh,
of it's gone. Well, then do this and it's worse. And
no.
then do one eye and then it's even worse.
Oh,
So as the brain is changing, the vision's changing too. So it talks about all those different things and helping to understand that if a lot of the states and the levels that are being taught out there, and they're right, they're true, but they're not like, oh, they're here now, they're here.
Mm.
It's more, okay, this morning they're here, this afternoon they're here, and at night they're over here. So it's fluid, and it's the same for the caregiver. So it's kind of taking all of that and putting it together, and then just being aware of, swallowing and things like that change too. Appetite changes, the understanding of um, not feeling hungry, but when you sit down and or something's there, they'll take it and put it in their mouth. So just all the nuances that aren't always talked about is what I'm trying to put together. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do.
All right, so that's amazing. So, should we issue a challenge to you?
Gosh,
How long have you had this incredible shell of a book, and what's your plan for getting it out to the masses? Like, what?
I've had this incredible shell of a book for 2 weeks.
Oh, good, 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 good. Okay, okay,
Probably been working on it for a month, but the shell itself has actually gotten more finalized within the last 2 weeks. And as I'm building my app, I'm using that shell for the app so
good,
that it's
good.
providing that like 24/7 support to the caregiver. So my goal is to get that out as soon as I can too. So yeah.
Well, that was the challenge. Some people sit on their book idea for like years, right? But
Yes.
you're like 2 weeks, a month. Like we're like, okay, you're right on track. So it's it's May of 2026 when we're recording this. Like, what's your plan to get the book out?
Ooh, my goal, I would love to have it out within a year
Oh,
because I'm still piecing everything
good.
together and fine tuning. And I have a problem. Nothing's ever good enough yet. So I'm always like, ooh, I need to change this, or ooh, I need to change this. And sometimes you just need to go with what you got. And
Yep.
I'm working on that for myself. So
Can
I'm
I
learning.
share something that was told to me when I started my book writing journey? Can I share?
Yeah.
At
Yeah. I'd love
first,
to hear it.
yeah. So, what type of person are you? Did you grow up wanting to be a writer, or is this like, oh, I could write a book to help me? Yeah. The latter.
I can write a book to help me. Yeah.
That was
I didn't grow up wanting to be a writer. No.
is me too, but it is interesting to see what side people weigh on. So I too, like, I was asking my CEO to become our chief revenue officer, and he was like, "You're not ready yet." And then I saw one of my mentors, they're like, "Oh, we're all getting together in Dallas for 3 days to write your first or next best selling book." And I thought, oh,
Yeah.
I could use a book as a tool to communicate my sales, be a better sales leader, is what my first book is called. And
Yeah.
and I'll show him. Well, he showed me because I got fired halfway through the book writing. But I wrote my book from start to finish in 3 months. Now,
Oh, wow.
my book is based, that first book is based less on science and more on personal
Mhm.
antidotes, right? Like, this is how I've learned to lead. This is why I learned to lead this way. And this is how I'm helping others. So
Yes.
it's not so much like based on research, etc. Nonetheless, here's the advice. Even if you never grew up wanting to be a writer and you realize what a great tool a book could be,
Mhm.
know that now that you're here, you most likely have more than one book in you,
Yes.
which helps the
I agree.
person who it's never good enough. I'm gonna productively procrastinate by write, add, or like whatever it is, right? I have a
Yes.
fear of getting my book out there. So da 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 da. Da. So it's kind of like I give my clients permission to say, hey, put all those ideas that are now productively procrastinating you somewhere. Put them
Yes.
all in a drive and
Right.
just store them because they could go into the next book, which could become a
They
series.
could be, yeah, a
You could
second book,
you can
exactly.
re-release your current book, your soon to be current book. Like, there's so many.
Yes.
Most of us get stuck literally getting it out, and that's why I'm asking, because it lights me up to talk about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking of it as like a series.
Oh,
So
good.
not trying to put it all in one, but do it like a
Yeah.
series. So kind of playing with that.
Good, good,
So
good. Well,
I
the world
was it's
needs.
I think it would work really well as a series.
Yeah, and then you can do like a
So
book launch party, and you can like gather a bunch of people together. And even though it's a tough, heavy topic, which it is, if you're going through it,
Yeah.
you can still bring communities together, because it really is also, it's not just the people literally going through it. It is the realization that all of a sudden something might happen to your loved one that you become the
Hmm.
accidental primary caregiver for. And so
Yeah.
while people going through it realize it, they're often so overwhelmed by their own experience
Yeah.
now that it's hard to ask for extra help, or to even know where to ask for help. So yeah, it's
Right. Or they
socializing.
feel guilty. Like I should be able to do this. That's what I hear a lot. I don't need help. I shouldn't need help. I should be able to do this. And no, everybody needs help in that situation. And they should never feel like they shouldn't ask. Or they don't know who to ask because they feel like they've been deserted by
Right.
everybody.
Right.
That happens too.
Because my sister won't help, or my brother won't help, or my this or that
Mhm.
won't help, then why would somebody else help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pairing with other professionals, psychology, people doing the reset, the nervous system resets,
Mm.
PTO. I'm collaborating with a lot of people to try to do a monthly or a quarterly webinar, and I always have a guest speaker coming in. So that's the other piece. Yeah.
Yeah, good, 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 good. Yeah, I mean, we believe that like getting, you just can't iterate enough. Like find enough
Mm-mm.
people to partner with, or collaborate with, or try this idea and try that idea, and like just really, truly, as you, the coach, see what ends up lighting you up that you can do over and
Yeah.
over and over again, while understanding that seasons are going to come and go, and people
Hmm.
will reprioritize other things, but that your mission stays the same. It's just like, how do you get after the true north? How do you help
Right.
people? Do you have a it's kind of funny, like I live in the world of money, so a lot of times for me it's like, what's your money goal? Other people are
Yeah.
like, well, I don't know if I feel comfortable like A, stating a money goal, or B, if that feels good.
Yeah.
Some people are like, I want to help 1 million people. So Ludi, how many people, let's just stick with that, how many people do you want to help when it's all said
Oh,
and
wow. I had never put a number to it,
done?
but I want to help people worldwide. I don't want to just help people here in the United States. I want to be able to help people worldwide. And that's essentially why I think I've decided to lean towards doing an app, but then also have kind of like tier services. So you have the app, or you could have the app and a monthly call with me, or you could have, the VIP where you have full access, at least once a week to connect with me if you want, kind of thing. So just I want to be able to do this worldwide and get it out there and support those people that cannot afford to put their loved one in a specialty home or paid caregivers to come in and help them.
Yeah.
So because that's the audience that is ultimately having the most difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
And just saying, I'm done. And they're like, they can't be done because there's nowhere else for that person to go.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I didn't really answer your question, I don't think, because I don't really have a number, but
Well, you said help everybody worldwide. Yeah. So
yeah. Yeah. I want people to have access to this all over the world.
good, 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 good. Yeah, I can feel it from your heart anyway. And
Yeah.
a lot of times it is just getting the right message in front of the right audience enough times
Hmm.
to have people
Yeah.
come to you. So to wrap up here, where can we go next? Where would you like listeners to go to find you, to connect, to get a free resource maybe, or just to stay in touch?
Absolutely. My website is ludiesrevival.com.
Cool.
It's having an issue right now because I tried to link it and I messed it up, but it will be active again. But I can always be found on Facebook, just my name, Ludie Hansen. I'm also on LinkedIn, same name. And then my email address is ludie@ludiesrevival.com. That's still working.
Well,
The
we'll link.
website's just having a little issue. I should have it back and running on Friday.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. The episode won't come out by then. So
Okay, good.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll link everything in the show notes for them, and you should check her out. You should follow her. I mean, also we want to support small businesses who are iterating or
Mm,
getting started or climbing to their first, big marker in their. So obviously we want to cheer Ludi on for her app coming out, her book coming out, and all of the greatness that you're sharing with the world.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah. And there is, I'll say one more thing. I do have a free app that's out there just for caregivers in general. It doesn't give responses to specific situations, but it's a nervous system reset for a caregiver.
Mm,
So it's just called caregivercalm.com,
okay.
I believe.
So do you know Karen Taylor? Are you in touch with her now?
Actually, I'm meeting with her this afternoon.
Oh my
Yeah,
God. Okay, tell her I said hi.
I will.
So yeah, that's
Yes.
the first person in our overlapping circles. I mean, in addition to my current client, you guys would
Uh-huh.
hit it off because you're helping the same type of person with different ways, and so that's
Yes.
a great collaboration partner as well.
Yep. We connected and I know her through Stacy Universe. So
Oh, no,
Stacy Verse.
yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
and just said I'd love to pick your brain
Mm,
for the nervous system reset and things that can help people just stay grounded more than anything
yeah,
during
yeah.
stressful times. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Karen's amazing. And I know you mentioned before we started recording Roxana. So shout out to
Hmm.
Roxana. Roxana's amazing. And I just I want to put you in touch with one of my clients as well. That's what I was saying.
Okay, great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
Rudy, I mean, you just never know where these things go. So thank you so much for being
No, thank you.
You're welcome. And all right, we'll see you soon. Bye.
All right. Bye.